Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday. We made it. Today is the last reading lesson of the week, and this is our first week of reading. We are on Unit 1, Week 1, and we are on Day 5. So today is Friday, September 18th. I hope you are in the right place, and I'm excited to work with you guys today. Today's reading is actually a little bit shorter than the previous days. This is kind of our review day and just kind of goes over everything we've talked about this week. So if you're ready to review with me, keep watching. So what was our main idea that we talked about all this week together? We talked about one big idea. School, right? And going back to school. We talked about that lots this week. We talked about things you wish for at school. We talked about rules at school. We talked about how friends can help each other at school. So I've really enjoyed reading those stories with you guys. If you're looking for extra practice to read, go back and reread some of those stories that we read in your book. We read Jack Can, and we also read Nat and Sam too. So go back and reread those if you're looking for a great story to read and practice today. Today, we're really going to focus on talking about the text features. We're going to go over using that letter S in an inflectional ending. And then we're going to talk a little bit just about key details and making sure that when we're writing, we're keeping all of our ideas the same. So first off, we're going to go look back at those words that end in an S. So when we say, like I pat the dog, we're talking about ourselves. But when we start talking about other people and we say a name or an object before we talk about our verb or what we're doing, we got to put an S on it, okay? So I can say that I pat the dog when I'm talking about myself. But if I'm talking about another person, so for example, let's say Sarah. Sarah pat the dog. Sarah pats the dog. Okay? So when you're talking about other people, we want to say, put the S on it because we don't say Sarah pat the dog. We say Sarah pats the dog. Let's do another example. Let's see. Let's talk about jump. Okay? So I jump on the playground. Okay? I jump. But I can't say he jump on the playground because that doesn't make sense. When we're talking about other people, we got to put the S on the end. Jumps. So now I could say he jumps on the playground. And that makes a lot more sense than he jump on the playground. Sound good? Okay. Can you write down an example on a piece of paper by you? Give me an example of a word or even write a sentence that needs an S on the verb, that has the S on there. So for example, I would say he jumps on the playground. I'll show you here. So can you make me a sentence and show the video your example of using the S on the end of a word when you're describing somebody else? He jumps on the playground. I did not say he jump on the playground. He jumps on the playground. Pause me right here and make your example and then show it to me. All right. Thank you for working hard. Your work looks awesome. Keep it up. Now we're going to revisit our words that we've talked about this week, our high frequency words or words that we use a lot, and even two of them are your spelling words. So we have talked about does, not, school, and what. We've talked about those four words a lot. So my goal is for you to try to make, so whatever paper you just used to make your sentence with the S, I want you to see if you can make two sentences using one of these words, does, not, school, and what. So make two separate sentences. And in each one of those can use a word. So for example, one sentence might be, she goes to school on Monday, okay? And I use the word school. Then my second sentence I might make is, what are we having for dinner? And I would use the word what. So see if you can use these words that we talked about all this week. See if you can make two sentences and use two of the words. Okay, pause me now and try to do that. All right, good practice. Those words are words that you will use a lot, especially that school word. And don't let it trick you and let you put a K. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about today is we're going to go into your reading book now. So go ahead and open up I guess you probably don't have your reading book. If you do have your reading book, open it up. If you have the pages from your teacher, please go ahead and pull out page 9. Okay, Unit 1, Week 1, page 9. And it has a cute little kitty on it. So we talked yesterday about how when we're reading nonfiction stories, which means real stories that are happening, they have photographs in them, and photographs help give us more information about things we don't know, and they're real pictures, so they give us like real life examples. So that's called a text feature. Text is another name for book. Feature is something a book has. So it's another name for something a book has. So the top says photographs are pictures that show people, animals, and things in real life. Yay, that's what we just talked about. Now look at the first. It has letter A is where we're starting at. Look at the photograph. Use the photograph to complete the sentences. Okay, so we see a cute picture of a kitty. Can you guess what the cat is doing? Looks pretty comfortable to me. Okay, and you can kind of tell what the cat, you can get a lot of information from this cat. I can tell that this cat has a cute nose, it has whiskers, it has some stripes on it. This cat looks like it has a fluffy bed that it's laying on. You can tell a lot from looking at that picture. So the first question says, the cat has, so what does the cat have? We just looked at, and I actually probably just gave away some answers. The cat has what? What does the cat have? Maybe you want to write a cute little nose, or maybe you want to write that the cat has whiskers, or that it has a comfy bed. Any of those would work here. But when you complete your sentence, don't forget to put a period at the end of it. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Do number 1. The cat has what? Okay. All right, number 2 says the cat likes to what? Well, don't we all like to do this? What's that cat liking to do right now? That cat likes to take a nap. So right down here, we should put the cat likes to take a nap. Maybe you want to say maybe they want to take a quiet nap or a cozy nap. But I want you to write that the cat likes to take a nap. Okay, got that done? All right, the last part says, look at the photograph. Write one more thing you see in the photograph. So we talked about multiple ideas for the cat has what? We said the cat has whiskers, the cat has stripes, the cat has a cute nose, the cat has a cute bed. We only chose one of those. So look at the photograph. Write one more thing you see in the photograph. So is there anything else that you see? Maybe you see right in this little corner that he has a really cute little paw. Maybe that's what you want to include. Okay, so at the very bottom, look at the photograph and write one more thing you see. All right, pause me until you're done with that, and then unpause me when you're ready for our last page together. Our last page together is going to be page 10, and it's talking about just keeping key details together. So when you write a story, and when we listen to a story, all of the ideas have to go together to make one complete story. We don't talk about how I went to school this day, and then how I ate a cheeseburger for supper, and that I like to play soccer, and that my shirt is purple. Okay, those all things would be kind of confusing, and they don't really go together to make a story. So on this last page, we have a little story that is a little mixed up, okay? So we're going to read the draft model. Use the questions to help you focus on just one thing that's happening. So here's what they wrote. We painted in class. I painted my family. I ate popcorn. Okay, well, number 1 says, what event is the writing about? What are they talking about? I see we painted in class. I painted my family. I ate popcorn. So I saw the word painted 2 times. So I bet they're probably talking about painting. So the event that they're writing about is painting. What are the details in the writing? Well, they told me that they paint in class. They told me what they're painting. What are they painting a picture of? Their family. Yeah, you got it. But there's something, number 3, something is missing. Something doesn't belong in here. We painted in class. I painted my family. I ate popcorn. Did that last part sound a little silly to you too? I ate popcorn. You didn't eat popcorn while you were painting in class? That probably didn't even happen at the same time of day. So does the I eat popcorn, does that even belong there? No. Could you include something else about painting instead of popcorn? Maybe you could say I painted a picture of my family at the park. Or maybe I painted using a paintbrush. Or maybe I painted outside with my class. There's a lot of more details. So the bottom part says now revise the draft. Revise means fix it. Now fix this draft, so fix this one, to make sure that everything's talking about the same thing. So maybe you could add a part like we painted a picture of my family at the park. Or we talked about how you said that maybe you painted your family blue. Who knows? Maybe that's the color that you chose that day. So you're going to rewrite this. So you're going to write, we painted in class, I painted my family. But this last sentence, instead of writing, I ate popcorn, choose something else to write besides I ate popcorn. Tell me more about painting. I know that you did not paint in class yet, but if you did, we're visualizing or putting ourselves in this spot and imagining that we were there. If we imagine we were there, maybe what detail could you add that is related to painting? Write that down here. So write the first two sentences, we painted in class, I painted my family. Write those two down. But then the last one, give me something else about painting and not about popcorn. Okay? All right. I think that's all we have for today. Check with your teacher about when your student is going to be taking their spelling test. I know that there's different schedules about when and who is going to be taking their spelling test and what source they're going to be taking their spelling test. So make sure you check with your teacher on that. But I believe we just finished our first week of reading all together. Looks like it is to me. I'm so proud of you guys for watching videos every day, doing all of your reading work, and for working so hard. You are rocking it, and I am so, so, so proud of you. If you have any questions, let me know or your child's teacher know, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!